Well, boys and girls, it's been a couple months probably since I've done a stirring the pot, and holy shit! Let me start off by saying this is stirring the pot with Dr. King and my
Shut
very
your mouth, Don Kincaid! The people are tired of hearing you talk. They have missed me telling you to shut your mouth. You were saying?
I kind of I kind of haven't missed it, but at the same token, I almost miss it a little because that just makes me think of wrestling, and I love me some wrestling. But you know, Mr. Dirtbag, I have to. This is a total surprise to me. I don't know why we're kind of engaging in such sit down, but I am glad you picked out of anybody in the entire universe. You picked Don Kincaid. I don't know why. I think you got a screw loose. We all know that. But I do appreciate that so much for reaching out and getting this little soiree together. So let me start by saying, what is going on with Mr. Dirtbag Dan? I've seen you on the social media doing some fine things, might I add. But what brings you here today? Because I've been curious for days now, my friend. Welcome. And what's going on with Dirtbag?
First off, for the new viewers watching a Kincaid file, let me introduce myself. I am the Godfather, Philip, Sultan of Slime, Guru, Ground, Duke of Dust, Prince of Puke, Master of Mud, Deacon of Dirt, Punk of Pollution. John Kincaid calls me the Punk of Pubes. Not gonna happen.
Tony the Prince of Pubes. The Prince of Pubes.
Prince of Pubes. Tony Cheney wants me to be known as the honcho of herpes. I am Dirtbag Dan, aka a new version known as DD Allin. And I don't know. I figured we've been wrestling is starting to pick up again. The shows are going on. The boys are happy. They're traveling more. I just want to be one of the first boys that you know, and I hate your shirt, by the way, to be on the Kincaid file.
Well, you know what, sir? Again, it's been a couple months for me. I kind of did a little break, but I never came back from the break. I don't know. It was just kind of relaxing, trying to not keep that schedule. I was keeping a hectic schedule, but I got a lot of life going on. So I'm kind of glad that I haven't been doing interviews. But you coming in, wow, this is amazing for me because, boys and girls, Dirtbag Dan is one of my faves of all time on the indie scene right now. Not only that, my man came at me with a suicide dive turned into a spinning wheel kick. If you want to relive that footage, I'm going to share that today since Dirtbag is on here. We're gonna reshare that on my face page. And man, I'm telling you, Dirtbag, you really bring something to the table. You bring character, you bring entertainment, you bring good wrestling, you bring veteran knowledge to the locker room. You always, if anybody asks you any questions or insight or how did my match look? I've always seen it even firsthand. You're right there to kind of help the boys and girls out in the back. And
I try my best. I'm sorry. I try my best to give a little knowledge, give a little insight. It's always good for somebody to ask, "Hey, can you watch my match?" Because you might go out there and think you had the match of the night. In reality, it was all right. So it's always good. Feedback is good. You got to have tough skin for critiquing. A lot of guys don't want to be critiqued. They just want to go out there and, yeah, I did my match in front of my 12 friends and family. But it's always great to ask advice, and knowledge is power. I have a little bit of knowledge. I don't sit here and stir the pot saying, pun intended, saying I'm full of knowledge. I know everything, because by golly, I don't know half the shit I should. But what I do know is I have a little insight on things where I could pass that along to a younger generation and help. I've had guys post thanking me for little things, tips, advice, not even in wrestling, just in life, which is weird because my life is a downward spiral sometimes. So I'm always happy to be a part any way I can. So I'm happy about that. And I wanted to plug an event I have coming up, if I may.
Yeah, but just for a quick second, just before we do this plug, because I know there is something on your plate that you've got coming up that you really want to get out there. But before we get into that, I've been dying to ask you because I've only known you as Dirtbag Dan, but previous in your history, the evolution of leading up to this Dirtbag Dan you've got going on, you have introduced me to some characters verbally and that I've seen online. And this D.D. Allin thing, please describe to the fans right now, because you've got my interest. You come out in these white tidy whities for trunks, and it really kind of threw me off, sir.
Professional wrestling trunks.
Okay, I believe you. I believe you look like tidy whities, but your facial hair, you kind of changed it a little bit. You really threw me for a loop on that whole D.D. Allin thing. Please, sir, describe to the fans what's going on with this character, D.D. Allin, if you may.
See, if you don't reinvent yourself, you get stale, you get boring, you get that, oh, he's been the same character since 2002. I've seen the dirty look. I've seen him lick the armpit. It gets boring. So I've reinvented myself a number of times over the year. I did the grunge stage. I did the Clockwork Orange stage. I did the punk rock. I did the goth. I did the preppy. I did the comedy. I did clean cut, tight wearing singlet, no facial hair, Dan Rages. I went back to Dirtbag Dan, punk rock, death rocking, all that shit. But I started going back on some old music I used to listen to. And if you were a fan of punk rock, I call it punk rock. Some people might call it something else. G.G. Allin, the Murder Junkies. If you don't know who G.G. Allin is, look him up and then look at my profile picture. Tell me the difference. It's not much, except when he would go out and perform as a musician, he would literally jump off stage and beat the shit out of fans. He would, one performance, he knocked his front teeth out with his microphone, bashed his head in, and just kept performing. He shit on stage. At his funeral, people visit his grave today and pee on it as a sign of respect. So I'm trying to bring a more vulgar, disgusting, despicable character out to play. And in reality, these characters I portray are a version of myself. So this D.D. Allin, Dirty Dan, and homage to G.G. Allin, is a little more psychotic than normal. And this kind of twists everything. When I did comedy, known as Absolutely Danwin, all I wore were purple trunks. No shirt, just purple trunks. So I've gone back to trunks and no shirt. The Dan Rages was high flying. A little bit of D.D. Allin, you're going to see high flying, death defying. The Dirtbag Dan, violent, disgusting, damn right, just out of this world, is incorporated with the D.D. Allin. So I've taken all these different characters and I've meshed into one psychotic, deranged, psychopathic freak like me.
So you said a little crazier or a little more insane or a little more, I forget the exact word, than Dirtbag Dan. How is that possible, sir? You're taking all of these characters and smushing them all together to make this kind of molding pot, if you will, melding pot of your characters to bring this one, and I don't want to call him a super character. You could, I guess, maybe, because you're putting them all in one. Why now in this part of your career? Because we're talking like we're 18, 19 years deep into your career right now. Am I correct, sir?
19. So old. Anyway, 19 years of experience. Yeah. And I just think about this year, how fucked up it was. Do not excuse my language. This is a rated R show right now.
Yeah.
My last I had a couple of gigs beforehand. But one of my last matches was in Long Island, New York, defending my light heavyweight championship in front of a crowd. Then Corona hit. Things started dwindling. Wrestling schools started to close. So I didn't have a match almost for 2 months. Then I wound up at Grimm's Toy Show, fighting for the Pro Wrestling Magic Dark Arts Championship. I've done some tapings in Pennsylvania. I've been invited to Rhode Island. I did a taping recently. I just did a live show in Pennsylvania in front of a crowd. So what better time to reinvent yourself with this downtime? Think about it. Who you were back in March should not be who you are this September. You've had April, May, June, July, August, 6 months to do something different. If you weren't putting content out there, shame on you. I went out to Massachusetts, put some content out. I've gone over to here and put some content out. If you're going to do the same stale thing, come back and reinvent yourself. Try something different. Step outside the box, if you will.
And I do see that you are not afraid to take chances with your characters because that's like you've been expressing. I like to say the evolution of a character in wrestling is very vital in a career, and it doesn't have to be from 1 year to another. It could last for a couple years, all depending on how the fans are reading it and such, and how you're feeling it within your heart, and you know when it kind of feels a little bit shitty or stale, if you will. But the evolution of a character, I feel, is so vital, and I've always seen that about you as I've known you more and more. Seeing these characters that you've given previously, and now you're changing into this Didi Allin. So I really, really appreciate the time of you speaking to us and describing this character, because my brain has been tweaking, and I've wanted to ask you since I've seen this whole character come out. Why Didi Allin? But man, this was a great opening because when I see Dirtbag at the shows, you're off the wall. You're crazy. You're fucking psychotic. I've seen you in barbed wire matches. I've seen you in hardcore matches. So your mind is not in a, hey, Don, let's kind of talk environment. You're ready to fucking kill people, and you're not you're not afraid to hurt yourself in the process, if you will.
I said this in a promo my lady found recently, because I was talking about my first wrestling match ever on tape. She tried to find it. I had to remind her my first wrestling match was before YouTube was around, so it's not online. And then she started finding things, and everyone, oh man, I lost track. Where the fuck was I going with this? Ah, goddamn brain.
We were talking matches and
yes, matches. So I found a video. It was kind of a comedy promo with a buddy of mine leading up to this steel cage war games match I had. And in this promo, I talked about how my body is a weapon, how 9 guys are going to step into this match. No, 9 guys and 1 dirtbag Dan. And one way or another, I would walk out or be carried out on a stretcher. Funny thing was, during this match, I was pulled out from it because New York State doctors and commission saw fit that I was bleeding so profusely that they deemed me unable to complete this match. So mid-match, I was pulled from a war game style match because I was bleeding so bad.
And that's your first match?
No, this wasn't my first. We're not going to discuss it ever.
Oh, okay.
This war games match 10 years ago or so, and I was doing this Clockwork Orange, which is all white, a little punk rock to a twist. And I bled so bad, my socks in my boots were red.
Holy shit.
So I just crazy glued my head up, I threw a bandage around it, got changed, and went to the bar.
Of course, put a little black tape on it. You'll be good.
It was white.
But see, this is what I'm saying, boys and girls. There's people that can do multiple art forms of wrestling. And ever since I've seen, and I know I've seen a lot of wrestling. I've seen a lot of bloody wrestling. We've all gone through the ECW days, and I've watched some deathmatch stuff, the CZW, and it goes on and on. Oh, go ahead.
You said ECW. Can I show you something I acquired from the ECW arena a number of years back?
Yeah.
My wrestling selection sucked right now. It's still work.
Wait, do you have to pull your pants down for this? Oh, okay. Look, yeah.
If you see where this was, where does it say? It says like ECW Arena, I think.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I saw this at the arena, and I was like, I gotta have it.
That's awesome. Yeah. I thought you were gonna pull your pants down and show us a scar of some kind. I was like, I was scared for a second.
That's a whole different energy.
So we've been really on the flip side of everything I've seen of Dirtbag Dan at the shows. We're seeing a very different side right now. So we've been going for about 15 minutes right now, and I know there was a very specific reason why you wanted some time. So please, sir, the camera is you. The show is all you. Take over. Say what you got to say, please.
2 major announcements for the month of September. First, and Don Kincaid, this is breaking news. On September 17th, 2020, the punk rock queen, a.k.a. Baby Dirt, a.k.a. Roxanne Kathleen Pettit, will be here. My daughter.
Baby Dirt. That's a
Baby Dirt, the punk rock queen. Yeah, Dirt and Dad.
Well,
think about it. I'm the new Dirtbag Dad.
I know, and man, what a character he is. So I can't wait to see where Dirtbag Granddad.
Grand Dirt.
The Grand Dirt kind of reminds me of the Grand Poobah from the Flintstones. From all of us on Stirring the Pot and everybody that's associated with that I see at wrestling, and I know they're gonna echo this what I'm saying. Sir, congratulations! This is amazing news, and we all congratulate you. And and I don't mean no disrespect, but your poor girl over there, I don't know what she got herself into, but good luck. I don't
the other way around. I got myself her. That's how babies are born, Kincaid.
Hey, whatever. Well, no, with all bullshit aside, man, for real. Congratulations. That's amazing news. And saying it on the show. This is our show. This isn't my show. This is Stirring the Pot for everybody. So I really appreciate that, sir.
I kind of wanted to break the news, on here too. But now we get on to some wrestling news. I don't know if you guys saw a promo I just recently put up like 2 days ago. I did. You did? Oh, yeah. Duh. You shared it. So for those of you that have not seen it, September 25th, Battle on the Border Pro Wrestling presents Armageddon in Aurora, Indiana. I was not scheduled for a match yet, though the women's title was announced. Madman Fulton versus Brian Pillman Jr. was announced. Shane Douglas was announced. Beautiful, fantastic Bobby Fulton, John Wayne Murdoch, all these guys. So I find out fantastic Bobby Fulton pulls off the card. He doesn't want to be involved. Fine. That's great. Worry about your health. John Wayne Murdoch, he's for some reason pulled off the card. Maybe the show just wasn't as ultra violent as he likes. Now, Shane Douglas has no opponent. The franchise, Shane Douglas had no opponent. So what do? I step up is what I do. And I challenge Shane Douglas for a one-on-one extreme, just plain filthy match. Will he accept? TikTok, we wait.
So I've seen you call out David Arquette. I've been waiting for that, and I know you've been pushing for that ever since you very first won that championship at Battlefront Pro Wrestling, the Hardcore Championship.
Over a year now, 2 years, I've been waiting for this fucker. Yeah, that's right. David Arquette, you're a fucker. Now you got a documentary coming out in a movie, but you can't accept my challenge? Bitch. You're not making that Courtney Cox money anymore, motherfucker. Well, maybe he's still from the movies, but
I didn't mean to trigger one Dirtbag Dan, but now some time has gone on. David Arquette has yet to accept this challenge that you have repeatedly repeatedly put out on the Twitter, the Facebook, the Insta, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, MySpace. I even think I heard something that you put something on LimeWire too. I mean, I don't know what that was all about.
Napster.
But now,
rooms.
now you're telling us, the fans, and obviously Shane Douglas, that you are calling out the franchise, Shane Douglas, to an extreme filthy? Is that what you called it? Filthy?
Plain.
Just plain
He
filthy.
brings the extreme. I bring the filth. That's what I do. Competition is what I seek. Victories are what I get.
Wow. So can I ask you, would you bring Didi Allin to the table for this, or is this going to be a Dirtbag Dan thing? Because I don't know what's going to happen from here.
Didi Allin will be in the house in Indiana. Mark my words.
Now, another question I have to pose, because you have multi layers. Again, we were talking characters earlier, and I'm not taking anything away from these announcements that you said, but I'm very curious because we're talking the franchise, Shane Douglas, man. Now, I've seen back in the day, in the TNA days, we now have, and in the current Impact, we now have Eric Young as their heavyweight champion. I'm not sure if you're aware of that. That's happened very recently. Now, what I'm driving at is Eric Young back in the day. He used to be Eric Young, but then he would disappear in a tag team match, and he would kind of come back as Super EY, if I'm not mistaken, back then. And he would almost
getting to the point where maybe Dirtbag Dan appears and Didi Allin. No, that is foolish. I'm not a comedy act. It's one guy, one me, D. Allin.
Okay, that totally answered my question.
Jay Chris, a member of OVE, who did respond on Facebook saying he's ready to dance.
You know what? I did see that, and I am so glad you brought that up because I don't have very many brain cells. We all know that. I did see that whole thing on the social media. Please explain to us, the fans, what is going on between you and Chris.
Not much. I see he's looking to dance. He's looking to fight. He likes to fight. I like to fight. He likes to bleed. I like to bleed. Okay. Why don't we fight each other and bleed together?
Is there a promotion that was that you had in mind to bring this to the table?
Rumor has it he might be in Indiana.
Oh.
But because Ohio is still not doing any events, Indiana's the next state over. That is open capacity with restrictions, of course. Mm-hmm. So who's to know if we're going to cross paths? I told him I'm ready to dance. Let's dance.
What if it, hey, just putting it out there, what if Mr. Chris shows up with this franchise and the Didi Allin without a match on the table? What if that just becomes a triple threat? Is that something you're willing to maybe take on?
The more the merrier.
Oh.
Now, Dave Chris, too, has just reinvented himself to the Man in Black. Mm. Him as well he went from the Ohio versus everyone, and he reinvented himself too. And I find that funny that as he reinvented himself, I reinvented myself. We're two guys with a drive to hurt people, to bleed, to win championship gold. I think me and him can make magic and dance all night.
I personally, as a fan, would love to see that. I'm going to bring up one more name, and I hope I hope I don't trigger you on this one because I think I might get a pop-out. I don't know where this is going to go. I'm going to talk one Joey Janela. You, sir, there's a history with you and Joey, and there's been some words from Dirtbag on the social medias about you and Joey Janela coming together to, I don't want to know, I don't know if I should put finalize what's going on in the relationship of Dirtbag and Joey Janela, or please describe, again, because I'd rather hear your words than mine, what's going on with yourself and Joey Janela right now. And, also describe, if you could, at the beginning, preface your initial relationship with Joey Janela, please.
For those of you that are not aware, I am the one who brought Joey Janela into the wrestling business. I am the one that trained Joey Janela in the wrestling business until he decided to move on and do different things. Now, I just had this long talk this weekend with a gentleman, another former ECW guy, HC Lock, about him. And it's one of those, the kid openly admits he doesn't train. The kid got seen from getting thrown off of a building. That's his claim to fame. I want to challenge him to a wrestling match. Not a hardcore match, not a jumping off a fucking building match. A wrestling match.
Wow.
Student versus teacher. That's kind of it.
Now that's something that I mean, I've seen you wrestle a lot. And I know I've seen you in traditional stuff. But I don't think I've ever heard you really calling out, a pure wrestling match. It's time to like take the gloves off, take the jackets off, get down to the nitty gritty, and really let's just get into the ring and find out, teacher student, what the hell is going on here? Because look at that smile.
Disqualifications, 10 counts, count outs, that kind of wrestling match. I don't think he'll ever accept it.
Now, I personally, at the Mohegan Sun, American Rana 19, if you will, very packed house, I might say. He was a main event, and it was against David Starr in a 60-minute Ironman match. Now, this 60-minute Ironman match was upped a little bit, and it was an anything goes, pretty much hardcore. So they used all sorts of trinkets and did a lot of crazy shit. Ref Quinn was the ref, and he got tossed around a little bit, let me tell you there.
I'm surprised.
My question to you, and I'm not taking anything away from what I've actually seen, what Dirtbag brings to the table. Joey Janela, there's a couple things I want to point out. That 60-minute Ironman match, I've seen. Have you ever done a 60-minute Ironman match? First off. Second off, a little while ago when Jericho was doing an interview, and I can't remember exactly who, I wish I could, he called him shaped like a mustard packet, and he's got no skill, and he went on and on and on kind of a little bit about Joey Janela.
Look at Jim Cornette. Jim Cornette calls him jelly Nutella. Is he wrong, Cornette? Not at all.
So please digress. Yeah,
on TV every week. Damn straight he is. Can't knock that. He's making his family proud, making his mom proud. So I can't knock that. I'm happy for him. But I want him in a wrestling match.
All right. Well, hey, enough about the names, because you know what's going on here. There's this calling out from Dirtbag Dan, and I want to see somebody step up to the plate here. Do you think there's a reason why that these guys that you've been calling out over the course are not? Jay Christ, he actually gave you a little something, so that dance might be coming very sooner than later. Is there something, especially Mr. Janela, because student teacher, has he ever said anything in recourse of anything that you've put out?
No. Twitter, there's been some interaction where he posted that a company should book me, that I brought him in the business, and I was taken back. I'm like, this kid must be drunk if he's putting me over. But yeah, it was like a hot minute where it was like, hey, maybe we should do something. We should work something out, and then it died. So I assumed he was drunk that weekend and feeling some kind of way. It is what it is.
It is what it is. Hey, that's wrestling, right? That's wrestling.
But I would like to turn the tables because of the shirt you're wearing, Don Kincaid.
It's
and
beautiful.
I know you are a huge supporter of the former Filthy family.
Absolutely.
Now, if you notice, since we broke up, I was already the ECPW light heavyweight champion. Johnny Till has just recently won the ECPW YouTube Championship. Big Cal Stevens. Cricket.
Oh, oh, I got some info on Big Cow. Would you like some info?
Please
Uh,
enlighten me.
it's coming up soon in September, if I'm not mistaken. I'd have to double check on the date.
Ambitious
But
for
there's a
wrestling.
yeah, there's a Invictus Wrestling. There's a pro wrestling. There's a match coming up. It's a tag team. It's the Outdoorsmen against the Even Stevens or something like that. It's the
Yes.
Argyles. Yeah, it's the Argyles against the Flannel. Excuse me. I don't have the Kincovid. That's what the Kincovid. But yeah, that's what Big Cal's got coming up. So he hasn't wrestled in a little bit, as far as I could see. So I think that's his first thing coming up in a while. But that is coming up.
I had a match this past weekend. I had two shows last weekend. I had an event the weekend before that. I am staying busy. I'm staying active. Big Cal Stevens is just big dummy.
Wow.
Yeah, he's got a lot of ring rust, I'm sure, and good luck with the Outdoorsmen. That's all I got. But I do have another hardcore event in October coming up. I've got 3 or 4 events booked right now. So business is looking good for me. Cowboy, got to get a pair of new Levi jeans and another flannel shirt from the, I don't know, is there a store called the Outdoorsman or something?
There might be. There definitely might be.
Bass fishing or whatever one of those places are called. Where do you get flannel shirts at these days? Fucking really, big dummy.
I didn't say it. He did. Big Cow. I didn't say it. He did.
I do want to show you something really cool, Don Kincaid, because I like you and I like to show off my shit.
Yeah.
Right now, we are actually in the Dan Cave. This is a new place moved in, and I have my own. The attic is mine. The Dan Cave is mine. I don't know if you noticed this giant Joker painting.
I do.
It's a painting, but I have a Ninja Turtle figure that I acquired a couple years ago. Now, I didn't even know that there was a villain named Dirtbag.
Holy crap, Dirtbag! Are you kidding me?
And his quote was, "I'll bury you alive." Yeah.
Oh man.
Weapons include a chisel knife, a rat pack, a 4-pointed pick, and a jackhammer gun.
Hey, there's nothing stopping you from maybe down the road, maybe incorporating a little Dirtbag into your Dirtbag.
Let me give you a little the portrait of Dirtbag here. His birthplace is the city subway. His favorite food is the splinter on a shingle. He weighs in at way more than me. His favorite restaurant is the Cave Inn. Put your ear to the ground and listen for Dirtbag, the militant mutant mole man. He's a crazy coal miner and a mad mole in a rolled into one. Dirtbag tunnels through the sewers like a chisel through cheese. The mole mutant's main mission is to seek out and destroy his arch enemy, Splinter. And the sewer searching couldn't be easier with Dirtbag's gear. A rancid rat pack, a chisel knife. The sewers are sure to crumble under the weight of Dirtbag's jackhammer gun. Where was I? The deadliest phenomenal tool in the world. And Splinter better not be snoozing in his meditation chamber, because Dirtbag's got mind-numbing 4-pointed pick. Nothing can stop the tunneling terror. Not walks, not boulders, maybe not even the turtles. So listen hard and listen long, for the next sound you hear could be Splinter splintering.
You need to do a voiceover of that and make it a fucking commercial. Are you kidding me?
Oh my God, that was ridiculous. Let me introduce you to the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. We've got about Wim, Michelangelo with the storage shell, Raphael with the storage shell, Mondo Gecko, Wingnut and Screwloop, Casey Jones, the generic frog, Metalhead, Ace Duck. The list goes on. Order now from Playmates. Save $1 on pizza points. Shipping and handling not included.
Yes. That would be a fantastic. You would make a fantastic voiceover. I'm sorry. Yes.
Oh my God, that was ridiculous.
That was awesome.
What else have I got here in the Dan cave? Like I said, my wrestling collection is weak right now. I've got the old school keychains of. Let's see,
Oh, nice.
which one? I think this one still works. Yeah. I got my WrestleMania pin from when they were in Jersey, but I just ordered a bunch of stuff too. I just put this giant poster on the wall.
Oh, wow. That was a good.
Where is it? My face is up here. It's kind of hard to see.
Man.
But I was like, I gotta put this on the wall.
That's a killer poster.
Joker collection is huge to the point I got the Batman records.
Oh, nice.
Let's see. 45s.
That's awesome.
Yeah, dude, I've been collecting some Joker stuff for a while. I got action figures, bobbleheads, playing cards, shot glasses, books. Like,
how many?
Like collection right now, which is fucking ridiculous.
How many times have you been Joker for Halloween?
Since 2007.
No, every year since 2007.
Yeah, I won a trophy for best Halloween costume.
Oh, no shit.
In 2009. Yeah, I've been the Joker every year, some version. I did the Joaquin Phoenix Joker a year before the movie came out, when they were just like putting teaser trailers out, and I won a costume contest.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, I think I'm a little obsessed.
Okay, since you're on the topic and you opened up you opened up your doors for us, the fans. We don't, fans. There's a line that's usually drawn that we don't get to cross, and this is one of them that we don't get to cross, is being in their homes. So it's an absolute privilege and honor, sir, and I appreciate that.
Speaking of David Arquette, before,
oh God,
I have an autographed picture that I bought on a one of these wrestling bids from a promoter. So it's the it's the Ready to Rumble poster from the movie. Now David Arquette has signed it.
Oh shit!
It's the kicker. The poster is backwards. Now it looks like it's facing the right way, right?
Yeah.
When I look at it, it's backwards. I know the camera flipped. But this is actually the back side, the reverse side. This is how much of a fucking idiot David Arquette is. He signed the wrong side. Yeah.
So you look at that all the time. You got David Arquette in your grill all the time over there, huh?
Oh yeah. What are you doing?
So what? Who?
Say hi, Amber.
Hey. Hi, Amber. How are you?
I'm doing a Don Kincaid file right now. I'm talking about two big events coming in September. September 17th, Baby Dirt.
Baby Dirt.
He's like, I feel bad for all the shit she's dealing with you. Yeah, I'll be down in a few.
Wow, we just met the Dirt Lady. That's awesome.
The Dirt Lady, he called you. Lady Dirt sounds way.
Oh, Lady Dirt. I'm sorry, Lady Dirt. Yes. Yeah, Lady Dirt.
Later before I go to work.
Since you're on the topic of the Joker, and there's been many versions, all the way from Cesar Romero. Is that Cesaro Romero? I can't remember correctly.
Cesar Romero.
Yeah. What's your favorite Joker?
We have Cesar Romero, Jack Nicholson, Heath Ledger, Jared Leto, Joaquin Phoenix, and I forget this guy's name from Gotham. What's up, babe? Yeah, what do you? Hold on, Kincaid. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, I'll carry it down. All right, don't move it. Now you fans are really getting an insight of what I do. I'll get it down. Don't worry. You're welcome. All right. Yeah. Sorry, you were saying.
What's your favorite version of the Joker? Since you're a huge fan, obviously.
Jack Nicholson all day. Well, look at the time period. You can't just really pick one. So, Cesar Romero was great for his version in the 50s, 60s.
Mm-hmm.
With Adam West and everything. So, it was first Joker on TV. Otherwise, you had to read into the comics and this whatnot. Jack Nicholson in 89, 88. Nicholson was hot. You know, he had all these great movies coming out with him, and then he does a Tim Burton version. Phenomenal. Now there wasn't another Joker for almost 20 years. And here comes Heath Ledger. And you're like, holy shit. What a story he's telling right now. You had Brokeback Mountain, 10 Things I Hate About You, the Joker.
The Joker.
Jared Leto didn't get enough credit for the Suicide Squad because it wasn't really about him. But I think the small parts he had were brilliant. I thought they were great. Then you go on to Joaquin Phoenix, which a lot of people loved and hated. I loved the evolution of the Joker, the comics. You know, they didn't really show Red Hood, but they showed the failed comedy clown, comedian, the clown. So I love that story. But hands down, Jack Nicholson all day. But each one of them have a good trait. And that's what I like about the Joker. Now, wait, I got to cut you off. Because when people think about the Joker, they always forget one Joker, Mark Hamill. Mark Hamill is known for Luke Skywalker, right? But he has been the animated voice for the Joker for years. When you watch the cartoons or watch the video games, it's Mark Hamill's voice as the Joker. Oh, Harley. You know, so I put him in that mix too. And a lot of people argue like, no, he wasn't the movie. But without Mark Hamill's voice, I don't think the animated Joker would be the best.
Very interesting tidbit you just gave us, the fans.
Did you guys not know that? I'm going to slap it at everyone.
I mean, I didn't personally, but I mean.
Dude, look up on YouTube Mark Hamill at like Comic-Cons and like doing Q&As where he speaks as the Joker. Like he does like just not even role playing, just shoots this shit like it's fucking hilarious. It's great.
So Mr. Dirtbag, you have brought us so much into your shoot life, if you will, behind the scenes. But besides that, you've also gave us 2 huge dates that October is definitely going to impact your life. But this one that you've got with the possible meeting up with the franchise, that's another huge date in your calendar right now. Is there anything else that you would like to give us specifically? Do you have any championship goal? Because you're a champion. Do you have any title matches coming up in your near future?
I can't say I do at the moment. There's a company in Jersey called LTW where I was in a 4-way for their hardcore championship. I didn't win that match, but I didn't get pinned either. So I am out for vengeance to win that belt because currently I legit have 2 titles. I say more than that because there's 4 titles I hold. The companies went under. Another company that stripped me of their title. Another one was just like taken back by their manager. So I want more gold.
Okay. You've got a guitar going on there. Do you play your own entrance theme? Can you replicate your entrance theme? Can you do that?
Yeah, hold on. Hello, everyone. I am Elias. That's all I got.
Son of a bitch! I thought you were gonna rip out that entrance theme.
I just want to hit somebody with it. That's all I really want to do. Is like the mailman comes, just smack him with the guitar, like go to sleep.
Now that's something I actually like to speak about before we let you go, because I think Lady Dirt was asking you to do some household chores, right?
Yeah.
This theme that you come out to, I dig it. It's an instrumental. There's 0 words to it, which I kind of dig that because now you don't have to add on that layer of it. But then sometimes when you do add the words, it might have a specific meaning to your character, whatever. So either way, I guess. But I like the instrumentals. And not only that, it's got this nice, heavy, killer riff to it. Please tell us, the fans, because it's on YouTube. Go on to YouTube, search up Dirtbag Dan. You're going to find it.
Dirtbag Dan theme. Type in Dirtbag Dan, is 3 names, and then theme. It's a little not highlight video, it's like an entrance video with the custom theme playing.
Who is that? And isn't it cool to have your own custom music where you don't have to worry about that copyright bullcrap?
It is amazing to have custom music. And I was blessed enough to meet a band 2 years ago in New Hampshire. A gentleman named Christopher Reachman of the band Black Palm, who are located out of Massachusetts. Him, Christopher Reachman, and his buddy Justin Lynch got together and made me a custom intro. They sent me a couple, actually. The first one I heard is mine. I was like, that's it. That's money. I don't need to listen to anything else. This is gold. So when that guitar hits, I get so pumped. The people feel it too. The people that know that song now, they get excited. And it's just, I tell people all the time, spend a couple dollars. I'm not going to lie, it was free. And I advertise the band Black Palm everywhere. Mm-hmm. Get a custom music because you don't got to worry about copyright infringement. Your entrance is a big part of a match. So if you put a video on YouTube and they cut the first 2 minutes of your entrance, and then I click your name and here you are standing in the ring. I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? What's he about? You need to hear that entrance. You need to see the guy come through the curtain or sneak from around the side and get that feel of them, who they are and what they're about to do. And that's why I love custom music. Sure, I'd love to come out to Godsmack in Lincoln Park and AC/DC, but it's not 1999 anymore, is it? It's 2020.
Okay, I'm taking a snapshot of that. Dirty Mouse, clean it up with Dirtbag Dan.
Just remember, I'm trying to, I don't know if you guys saw, the picture was pretty hot. I'm trying to redo a Cool Runnings, the movie Cool Runnings. I want to reenact the scene.
In a bathtub!
Where there's no hope in soap, but Dirtbag Dan's got a bobsled team, 4 people in my tub and just.
Oh, man.
Are you dead, man? Yeah, man. I do got some stuff to do. I'm sorry to cut you off again. I always do this.
That's okay, Dirtbag. I know you guys and girls' time is valuable, so that's why I've always appreciated, and it's an honor and privilege to have you talented men and women. I always loved your time, so I appreciate everything you've done for us, the fans. This was an amazing 47 minutes, my man. This has been absolutely amazing. So, Mr. Dirtbag, thank you for sharing your home, your time, your big announcements. I can't wait to get this together, throw a little doodad stuff. You know what? I'm not using my buddy's original music on the beginning of this one, Ready to Fire. I'm using your entrance theme on this one, baby. We're going to throw that in there. Dirtbag Dan, thank you so much for spending the time with us. This was Stirring the Pot with Don Kincaid and my very special guest, the Prince of Pubes, Dirtbag Dan.
Shut your mouth, Don Kincaid. This was the Godfather, Philip Sultan, Slime Guru, Grime, Duke of Dust, Prince of Puke, Master Mud, Deacon of Dirt, the Punka Pollution, the honcho of herpes, the Prince of Pubes, Dirtbag Dan. Kincaid, always a pleasure. Thank you, and I'll talk to you soon, bro.